Oops. Sorry about that. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, just some thoughts for today, just generally about the whole Harry and Meghan saga, what we've been going through with the COVID-19 and the Psyop with the vaccines, so called vaccines. And I pointed out in my last video, it's very odd that Harry and Meghan never said anything about the vaccines, whether they took it or not, or pictures or anything. They never addressed it like it wasn't like it wasn't the biggest story going on in 2021 with all the controversies. Harry and Meghan seemed to be in another universe where that didn't affect them. And another topic that came up, and I was just catching up. I just happened to catch Some Girls. You remember Some Girls? And I was thinking about, the OG of the Megxit channel, if you want to call it Megxit, the truthers, in the very, very beginning, 2019, 2020 to 21. I remember that there are certain tarot readers besides myself that covered this topic of Harry and Meghan. And I noticed, some of you I'm sure remember Yvonne, Naomi Tarot, of course, the other guy who did the playing cards. I didn't really watch because I don't care about playing cards. But there were a few people. There was just a few tarot readers and channels like this one, like Some Girls, like Ashley, like Yankee Wally. We were the only ones covering it. We had no idea how big this was going to get. Right? It's gotten huge. Anyways. I was just thinking about it, and none of those channels were all like not doing well. Like other tarot readers came in later, and they sort of took all the views. The algorithms swayed towards them, and I've noticed like Naomi Tarot is not so active, and Yvonne is active, but she's not getting the views she used to get. And I just found that odd. I'm like, why is it the shift? Maybe people just got bored of the original tarot readers and moved on, I guess. But besides that, though, channels like this one, like Some Girls, I mean, she doesn't do tarot, but she was a big, huge channel at the time. She was, putting out the revelations and, just talking about and exposing Harry and Meghan, along, like I said, with Ashley and Nikki Wally, and all of us were, But I was looking back at her and I was thinking about it, besides the vaccine. So going back to Harry with vaccines and not talking about it, another topic that I think bears repeating is that she went over this interview with Polly Tomini, who's big on, I'm sure you know her if you've watched Childhood Safety channel, that RFK Jr., the website he ran, exposed a lot about this whole vaccine holocaust. Now this is her and her daughter and her granddaughter here, and she's talking about giving birth to her daughter. Her daughter's talking about giving birth to her child at home, and what Some Girls is pointing out is that this woman has a 4-year-old child, like allegedly Meghan is supposed to have, and she's contrasting the differences between a real mother and Meghan Markle, and she's pointing out that real mothers. I'm not a mother myself, but I know real mothers out there. They have birth stories that if you ask them just how what happened when you gave birth, how did it go, and that'll you have a long chain of events. This happened and that happened. I felt this, we did that, and then this happened, and oh my gosh, there's usually a story there, a big story, very important, of course, because you talk about a birth. And Some Girls is pointing out, well, Harry and Meghan have no story, right? There's never a story of, oh, I felt the contractions, and then we thought, oh, this must be it, or that. I mean, there's no minutia, there's no details. Harry and Meghan, their details are, yeah, we went to the hospital and then we came back. That's it. Oh, Harry inhaled some gas, allegedly. There's absolutely no story. There's no details. And furthermore, they go into this new mom here. Well, she's not a new mom. She has a 4-year-old and I think a 3-year-old, and this is a newborn. But she goes into the details of the diet. What you feed a new mother, feeding, foods you give and avoid, and also, of course, with the babies, what you feed, the children. So that's a whole other, topic for several videos or channels. Really, you can go on and on, right? Children and their diets and what to feed them. And then you think of Meghan with her show. Now, Meghan, who supposedly has 2 children, she does a whole cooking show, and there's absolutely nothing about, oh, this is what I make for my children. I mix this with that and make sure they're getting all these vitamins. And no, nothing. Oh, you get a fruit, chopped up fruit. Yeah, here's chopped up fruit. And oh yeah, I give it to my kids. I mean, that's it. Like, she has there's nothing. There's no story. There's no regiment. There's nothing. And again, showing that Meghan's not really a mother. And that's what Some Girls is saying here, bottom line. She's contrasting the story and experience and speaking and pictures and of a real mother, and she contrasts it with this witch doing a satanic ceremony with the World Health Organization. And I mean, it has to come out sooner or later, right? Because everybody knows she's not a mother, right? She's never given birth to nothing. Her pregnancies are obviously fake, and she has no birth story, and she has no mothering qualities or knowledge behind anything that she does. It's strictly political. It's totally bizarre, and she's been getting away with it all this time. This huge lies. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, huge lies of pretending to escape the palace because of racist royal family members, and then turn around and say, no, we didn't say that. And, oh yeah, Meghan gave birth, and the only thing Meghan says about her pregnancy and births is, oh, I was the most trolled woman in the world when I was pregnant. And to use it as a weapon against people on social media exercising their freedom of speech. That's all you ever hear about her pregnancy and births, her alleged pregnancies and alleged births. So, I mean, the lies are so blatant. You have this witch who's at least 50 years old, who is nasty AF and evil, doing a satanic ceremony with tombstones, cursing America, threatening America here with her ceremony, wanting us dead, wishing us dead, who is as unhealthy looking as you can possibly be. I mean, she was contrasting, like, look at this healthy glow of a young mother. I mean, yeah, it's probably a filter on it, but still, you can see she's a very healthy young woman. This is the type of woman that gives birth. This is, I don't know what this is. I don't even know if it's human or not. You could go down that pathway, but I mean, just the lies. The bottom line is everything about Harry and Meghan is a deception. It's just weaponized, from their Sussex squad to platforming, doxing, harassing, debanking, like Yankee Wally stole her money out of her bank account, to possibly murder when it comes to Ashley and arson there. So just a violent, evil, satanic, this whole thing, I think, of Meghan and Harry is one giant satanic ritual of, like, just the lies and deception, of course, because lying is always the big one with them, and the deceptions and just the rituals behind everything they do and how they do it. And I'm just wondering, it's all, I know it's going to all come out, that this has all been a lie from the beginning, from day one. They're never in love. This is all an arrangement, a satanic arrangement, because it's no coincidence that they did this whole Megxit thing and moving to California during the COVID simultaneous COVID Psyop with the, deadly and dangerous injections. It's no doubt, on the one hand, Harry and Meghan are meant to be this distraction, but also at the same time that they're just pushing lie upon lie while they turn around and call the truth misinformation. Yeah, I mean, it's just this, nothing is true about them. Absolutely nothing is accurate. It's all just lies and deceptions, and just such a huge scandal, the big lie, just a huge lie, just like COVID. And they are continuing with it. And, her evilness and nastiness is just so apparent. It's so, there's, and I think one of the things that they're distracting from, besides, the COVID psyops over, people who took the snake bites took it and all that, but it continues on. And I think one of the reasons may be, if you go on YouTube, there's a couple of different channels that cover this topic.
Our brains are being controlled with the AI.
And I was having these hallucinations. There's something within my brain moving through my brain, and it's also in my eyes.
I think that it's a human extinction level. Maybe we actually don't have that long as human beings.
Okay, so this is another topic that, now I follow vaccine injured people all throughout this. Besides the Harry and Meghan saga and having one eyeball on that, I had another eyeball on these people coming out after their injections, talking about all their adverse events. And one of the main ones that kept coming up again and again that I don't think they want people to know about, I know they don't, is that people were saying that they were hearing a voice in their heads. And and it would be documented in some various reports as, auditory hallucinations. I don't think they were hallucinations at all. Apparently, these injections with lipid nanoparticles and the graphene were self-assembling nanotechnologies, and this has been proven again and again by various different scientists looking at these injections under microscopes and blood of people under the microscopes. There's something in there. There's something self-assembling, things blinking, payloads in there. And repeatedly, it goes to the brain because it crosses the blood-brain barrier, lipid nanoparticles, which are toxic. And now you have people, brave people like her. This is just one woman. This one woman, she has a channel, but there's others out there that were interviewed besides her who talk about the pulsating current, the hearing the AI speaking to them. And the World Economic Forum also bragged about the fact that they can steal, take your dreams, record your dreams. And even the Canadian government put out a report about biodigital convergence, which is another way of saying this. They want to merge, and they are merging computers, technologies with the biological beings, i.e. humans, animals, plants, whatever they can get their hands on. They're injecting everything because they want to transform everything biological into like a robot. They want to controlled by the nanotechnology in their bodies that are growing and connecting them to the internet of bodies. And so people are hearing voices telling them what to do, what not to do. So anyways, my feeling is the Harry and Meghan saga continues. Their deceptions, all their lies, their play acting, their pushing globalist politics. I think they're doing all this to distract not only from the deadly bioweapons, but also to distract, because from what I'm understanding of all this, they're waiting for the data centers and the 6G, which is supposed to really take control of people's minds, like the people who are injured by these injections and hearing the AI and they're stealing their memories and trying to force certain ideas on them, like about mental illness, telling them you're mentally ill, and whatnot. Really trying to ruin people's confidence. And she mentioned in one of her videos, I listen to all her videos, because I find it fascinating and I want to know as much as I can. She says that the AI really hates when she talks about crimes against humanity, because it's like they're trying to gloss over the fact that they deceived and lied to people about these injections and saying no, because they don't want to make you human anymore. So they want to make it so you're transhuman, the transhuman agenda, which is what the globalists are all about. And so apparently the AI doesn't like it. So I want to make sure to bring that up, that these are crimes against humanity inflicted on us by Harry and Meghan and their group, their globalist buddies there, Tedros and Bill Gates. And it's ongoing. And Harry and Meghan appear to be a cover for all this, a distraction. And everything they talk about and everything they do is just a lie and a deception. They've never given birth to anything. They're not parents of young children. Some girls even shows a picture of the girl's 4-year-old daughter, and you can see what a 4-year-old really looks like. And she points that out. Let me just pull that up again because I thought that was interesting as well. Again, I don't have children, so I don't have the know-how as so many of you do, I know, of like knowing, just looking at the children and knowing what a fraud Harry and Meghan are. Like right here. So this little girl here, the little shoulders and looking very toddlerish, this is a 4-year-old. Little girl there in the yellow. So that's what Meghan is claiming her daughter is now, and she's pointing out that whether it's AI or an actress, the little girl that Meghan pretends is her daughter has the body of a 7-year-old, whereas this is what a 4-year-old looks like. So just the size of the child gives the game away. Like everything gives the game away with Harry and Meghan. Everything's such a lie and a deception with them, and they're just nobody stops them. They're not called out for their lies and deceptions with everything. No one in the mainstream media calls them out, right? Never have, never has. Very few people, just people here on YouTube. And it continues on. And I just want to put it out there for the record. We've not been deceived. We see exactly what liars they are, how evil they are. And I also want to take a step further and say that Harry and Meghan are here, I believe, to distract, but cover for the bioweapon shots and trying to enslave humanity with nanotechnologies and the continuing AI assimilation or biodigital convergence, which again, the governments, and I was just looking at a report that, about the Canadian government. You can look it up, their report all about this. And they have this the story they put out that what it'll be like to be have biodigital convergence that they're doing, and it says you'll wake up in the morning and AI will tell you what vitamins you need, and AI will analyze the dream you had last night and look it over for you, like they talking about taking your memories, taking your dreams. And this woman, an AI on YouTube, talks about that, how the AI is forcing her to relive her memories and basically taking them and categorizing them and putting them up in the cloud, putting them on the Internet of Bodies. So they're stealing everybody's memories, everybody's experiences. And furthermore, another facet of this, you want to talk about AI police state, it goes to the person's memories about other people and what happened, like any therapy you got or anything, any interactions you had, and they collect data on other people via your memories. All of this against your will. You have no control over this. So the AI, what she's describing, what she says is AI is going through her memories, going through all the people she's known, and it's, of course, AI is collecting all this data, storing it in the data centers, I assume. And therefore, if you imagine, if you got the entire population on this AI, going through everybody's brains, they'll go through everything you did in life, everyone you knew, and would help it build a database of everyone on Earth. So anything you've ever done, if you committed a crime, anything, the AI will know, because it's not only going to be watching what you post on social media and, taking away your digital currencies from that, but AI, apparently, from what this one says, AI is going through people's memories and will know all about you from other people that you've in your family, that your friends, people you work with, people who know you. There'll be all this information from their brains that have been uploaded to the AI that will analyze you and decide, what kind of life you're going to live, I guess, whether you have digital currency or whether you're, who knows what, whatever it is, it's ugly. Either way, it's a prison system. So I want to look at that. Harry and Meghan's the huge deception of Harry and Meghan, with everything being a lie about them. I wanted to look at, is that the big reason why Harry and Meghan and this deceptions, all part of the New World Order takeover, which Harry and Meghan, the royal family, and all the rest have bragged about, bringing in the New World Order, This is it. This is it. Biodigital convergence. It's all out there. The information's out there. And I think they want to distract from this. So now they're finally 6 years later releasing all the injuries, like Dr. Joseph Campbell and all the rest, finally being able to come out on YouTube and talk about vaccine injuries. I still think they're trying to keep you from the real story, which is the biodigital convergence, which the governments are talking about, of taking over people's brains and memories and information. So is this what Harry and Meghan, what is the huge deception of Harry and Meghan? Is that what it's about? What is the real reason for the lies and deceptions of the satanic couple, Harry and Meghan, why they brought them together and did this whole drama, this soap opera drama from hell of Harry and Meghan? What is the real reason? The real reason for bringing them together? Okay, I've got Six of Wands reversed. So Six of Wands reversed is the hero. Harry and Meghan are supposed to be heroes. And you remember on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and Nacho said, Harry and Meghan, they're heroes. You should cheer them. They fight for you. So one of the reasons for Harry and Meghan's Psyop that they've designed and inflicted upon us with public relations is that they were to be heroes. They wanted to be seen as heroes and to be accepted as heroes. And they are indeed trying to portray themselves as heroes, right? That's why Meghan's constantly giving speeches with the UN and World Health Organization and Geneva and other speeches. She's always pretending to be this. When I was 8 years old, I'm such a hero. I wrote this letter and changed the world for women. I'm such a feminist. That was during the 2020, COVID's, the BLM psyop against racism. And that was another thing she wanted to be a hero of. She's this hero that escaped the oppressive white patriarchy to fight for communism, a new world order, right? So it's always about being a hero. And now Meghan wants to be a hero of censorship online under the guise of child safety. She wants to take credit for it. She fought for that and got it. It was her speeches that did it, right? That's what she wants. Harry and Meghan want you to believe that they're heroes and they fight for you. So that's the reason to bring them together, this whole psyop and lies and putting them up to make them look like heroes. Because, of course, don't forget that freedom flight to escape the royal family, right? They escaped. They're such heroes. They went on their own to be financially independent, right? So that's one thing. And we got the Hermit card, which many people do see as the Harry card. But the Hermit is also the expert. It's like, I know what you need. I know what needs to be done here. I'm Meghan Markle, and I should run the world because I know exactly how to solve the world's problems here. And me and Bill Gates and Tedros, we're going to put ourselves up there as experts on everything and how the world should be run and how the world should react to a virus and I am just, what does she call herself? Harry and Meghan call themselves thought leaders, right? That's their new, or for the past few years, not so new. A lot of people say it's about people thought leaders, because they're not experts in anything. They have no formal education in anything worth noting, to be standing on a podium and lecturing people about how to raise their children or anything else that she talks about, certainly not government affairs or international affairs or health matters, the World Health Organization. What is someone like Meghan Markle doing with the World Health Organization? What medical or scientific knowledge or expertise does she have? And the answer is zero. Just like Prince Harry with mental health, he has zero qualifications, and yet he's doing podcasts with Oprah Winfrey and going on other shows, and continues to this day with an app as well, having an app for mental health that Harry has no qualifications. So they're pretending to be experts. They want to be heroes and seen as thought leaders and experts. That's the grift. And Two of Wands reversed. So Two of Wands is about thinking, planning, distracting. They don't want people to be able to think or to be able to concentrate or focus on what really matters. They're there to scramble your brain, to cause divisiveness. I see Two of Wands reversed as divisive, and then we covered that in the last video, which you all know. Harry and Meghan are like one of the most divisive couples. They want that pro Harry Meghan versus anti Harry Meghan. They want it to be two teams going at each other and fighting each other and really going at it. They're trying to generate that hatred. They want to get people, so being divisive. So they want to be seen, but they want to parade around like they're experts. They want to be seen as these heroes and be portrayed as heroes. And, so I see this as secretively, but I mean, they pretty much announced that they want to be heroes. I mean, Nacho did anyways. And they want to be divisive here in society to generate the clicks, generate the money and attention and distraction. Just be a distraction from what's really going on. So you don't sit and think about that. You're too distracted by Meghan's latest Instagram AI video or whatever story she's putting out, or videos, their speech they're giving. It's always with the speeches, always on stage, just being a distraction and, just from what's really going on. So that is the meaning of them to be just, now, what's the basis of it? Like, what's the background of choosing Harry and Meghan together? What's this whole meaning of it? Okay, Ace of Wands. So I see Ace of Wands. So the bottom of it all, behind the scenes, it is about, number one, beating everybody over the head. I always see this as a baseball bat, just coming at you and just hitting you like, here we are, bam. And of course, Wands is like media, attention, energy. So Harry and Meghan are a new concept, right? We've never had theater like this before, where you have this renegade royal couple escaping the palace, right? I mean, it's made for TV. It's so obvious they won the storyline. It's just so fake from beginning to end. And you have this, of course, wanting to break the internet, wanting to really come in, and this is how they're distracting, by being overbearing and basically beating you down with publicity and puff pieces and videos and dramas and interviews, and just beating you constantly. Look at me, damn it, I'm going to hit you with something else now. Now I'm going to hit you with a Netflix and get you all deplatformed. And it's power here. It's like power online, on media and social media, in a very abusive and overbearing, abusive way. I mean, abusive here, just, and it's something new again. And there we go, Judgment reversed. So Judgment, of course, being a new, trying to bring in the new world order, like beating you over the head with media to bring in secretively this new world order, and of course, not wanting attention towards the deaths. With this card, you have bodies in coffins, right? You have people who have been killed and maimed from the death shots, and they don't want you talking about that. They're hitting you over here, saying, "Look at this, bam! Look at that, bam!" And at the same time, you've got people who are literally dying and injured, and talking about hearing a voice in their heads. They don't want you paying attention to that, because they knew people would be sounding the alarm about these death shots. So they wanted to hide that, overcome that, distract from that with their overbearing, abusive onslaughts of public relations. So, and also to secretively bring in the New World Order. I see this is a New World Order card. And potentially to kill as many people as possible, because they are eugenicists. The globalists are a eugenics crowd. Bill Gates, Tedros, and Jane Goodall, and all the rest of them. Royal family are in on it. They're all eugenicists. They want to get rid of people and take out the population. So they're distracting people as much as possible while they kill everyone. Yeah. So, wow. Did Meghan, oh, fool. I was going to say, did Meghan know what she was getting into? Yeah, she did. This is a new mission for her. She's obviously a chia pet. And she was told, we have a job for you. This is going to be huge. It's big. You're going to be a duchess, So, yeah, so this was, this has never been done before. They're very optimistic going into it. To have things, what did they expect? How did they expect things to go? I think they're very naive. You see the Fool card is kind of a Harry card too. But what did they expect of this whole Megxit Psyop, the whole Harry and Meghan, everything, not just Megxit, but the birds, everything else they're doing to current day. What did they expect of all this when Meghan and Harry, broached this topic? How did they think? Oh, Chariot, yes. They wanted to take down Trump. They wanted to take out people's ability to choose, politics here. Chariot's like a politics card. And this is like taking out the politicians, taking out people's ability to control their own political affairs. They wanted to sway that. What else with the censorship? But what else were they expecting, Harry and Meghan, with their mission to do this? And oh, look at that. Burn it to the ground, baby. Yeah, here's a Harry and Meghan card. And again, I see this as a censorship card. She's got her hands on the mouth there. So the idea of, destroying everything and destroying people's ability to drive, right? They don't want you to be able to drive anywhere. They want to put you in a smart city and you just take public transportation, don't own a car and all that. But and don't fly anywhere. You got to have your carbon credits. Harry will be tracking that with his app from Travelist. But I think that was part of it too, getting Harry on board with collecting people's data for that. So Harry's collecting people's data, which is the new gold, right? That's, as Yuval Harari and the World Economic Forum say, the most powerful people will be the ones with all the data. So Harry's collecting data with Travelist and mental health data with by copying the name of another mental health app, Better Up, right? So they're collecting the data, and also they expect to, of course, censor people as well and get empowered from that and gain power from the other globalists for their, endeavors here of being divisive and parading around like thought leaders. So they did have very high expectations here with two major arcanas. Harry and Meghan expected a lot of success here and expected to overturn the American election with Biden and all that, getting Biden in. And I do think that but also that control of, and when Biden was in office, the censorship was off the charts. It's when tyranny really came in with the death shots and all that. Some say it was all just scripted from beginning to end, but whatever, it happened, and Harry and Meghan are a large part of it. They did play a part in the censorship, of course. But I do get that they expected a lot of success. They're very optimistic here. They thought it was going to be easy peasy. Meghan's an actress, she gives speeches. People would support her because she's, biracial. They thought she would just automatically get a free pass with everyone. And if you didn't give her a free pass, you were a racist. And that went on for a long time, right? I mean, and it still continues. I think she still pulls the race card, right? So you've got all that going on. And they expected a lot of success here. I think that they thought they were going to change the world. And they have been getting away with it. I mean, no one in the mainstream media has called out the fake pregnancies, the belly bumps, the fact that she has no knowledge of being a mother and never expresses it. She looks like she's 60 years old at this point. I mean, nothing adds up with these two and everything they do. Harry and Meghan have come across very angry and drugged up and just liars and nasty and evil, and it continues. So what are they going to do next with the Psyop? I mean, the Psyop continues, their lies, all these deceptions. I mean, basically everything they do is a lie. But what are they going to do next? What's next on the agenda of Harry and Meghan? Oh, we got 3 of Swords reversed. So more upset, fighting here, upsetting people, angering people. Star reversed. So I get depressing people, getting them fighting and upset more. So I do think they want to rev up the Sussex Squad. Perhaps one way of working that out is revving them up. And I have noticed that over time, the Sussex Squad has expanded. They've got podcasts, they've got YouTube channels, they've got websites where they write their own articles to compete with the mainstream media, while Harry and Meghan file lawsuits after lawsuits against the mainstream media to take them out. So they seem to be getting more and more empowered over time. And I've noticed some of the videos that Sussex Squad put out. Now it could be just AI videos that they created on an AI, platform, but they're getting very, they're putting out more and more. That they're obviously paid to be sitting around doing everything they do, writing articles and making promotional videos and spending all day attacking people on Twitter and researching them and doxing them and et cetera, et cetera. So they're hard at work, and I think that they're really trying to rev things up more, anger, and just keep the momentum going, because Meghan and Harry have to continue the divisiveness to be in the news. So they want to continue fanning the flames of that. But I do get that going forward, Harry and Meghan really have their game plan after this, except for going back to the royal family. But that's not really, that pretty much exposes the whole lie of why they left. If they're so horrible and racist, why would she go back there? Right? It doesn't make any sense, right? So I think that things are, I think it's over pretty much for Megalodon. Like, her chance to rise as a star did not happen, and she's failing fast, and it's already been exposed. But she is going back. I think that they are both going back. And they are going to continue to pretend to fight for whatever they want, globalist agenda, while they're over there. And they're still going to hog the media as much as possible. But it does look like it's just downhill from here. People are sick of them. They're ugly, old, depressive. And their mission has been completed. Like, they've done all that they were set out to do. But they are going to continue their fighting to the end, continue their abuse of people online until they've shut everybody up and gotten everybody locked down into the 6G. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. So there you have it. That is what I see for Harry and Meghan and their Psyop. There's just one aspect I'm getting here. One quick reading. But there you have it. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.